I already gave him his warning. Fight like your life depends on it, because it does.
It just pisses me off. And then
you're good. Take a break.
Mike Tyson has just dropped a bombshell on Jake Paul, and the YouTuber turned boxer is sweating bullets. This isn't your classic verbal smackdown. Iron Mike just went ham on Paul, and let's just say our boy Jakey isn't handling it well. Now, if you think Tyson is one of those people who will let Jake off the hook after all the controversy he's stirred up, you're wrong. The boxing legend isn't one to forgive and forget, especially when someone drags his name through the dirt. Tyson hasn't just thrown jabs at Paul's skills, or lack thereof. Iron Mike has made things personal, and Paul is throwing tantrums like a baby. Let's break it down. Okay, let's talk about Mike Tyson. The man is a legend. And let me tell you, he just served Jake Paul a piping hot reality check. Tyson didn't pull any punches, and by punches, I mean words. He basically said Jake is about as intimidating as a wet noodle. These two athletes are set to face each other in the ring on November 15th for a blockbuster clash of the eras. This isn't your average boxing rivalry, it's a clash of titans, a battle of words that has sent shockwaves through the internet. This matchup has been making headlines ever since it hit the news in March.
The baddest man on the planet, Iron Mike Tyson, making his return to boxing this summer, and he's facing former YouTube star Jake Paul in Texas. Now, the whole thing is going to be streamed exclusively on Netflix. The fight is Tyson's second boxing match since 2005. He will be 58 years old.
Now, Mike hasn't been easy on Jake since day one, and if you ask me, the problem child is to blame for it. Come on, Jake has been breathing down Mike's neck, leaving no stone unturned to attack the legend. Paul has forgotten that Mike isn't like any of the opponents he's ever faced. He's no washed-up or retired NBA star or MMA fighter. It's Mike Tyson, the boxing legend, and a little respect from Jake's side will be appreciated. But it's too late because he has already poked the bear. Here's the thing. An angry Mike Tyson isn't the kind of man you'd ever want to mess up with. Mike Tyson isn't just a talker. He's a fighter with a history as dangerous as his words. This dude bit off a chunk of Evander Holyfield's ear in a match that's forever etched in boxing history.
You can't tell me that if I your ass, you punk white boy, you faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your ass.
Mike Tyson hasn't held back his punches when it comes to Jake Paul. He's gone straight for the body, calling Paul everything from a social media clown to a fraud. Tyson's been straight up brutal, saying Paul is all hype and no fight, and that he's cherry-picking opponents. It's like Tyson is watching this whole thing unfold with popcorn, ready to drop another mic drop moment every time Paul opens his mouth. He's been calling Paul out for ducking real fights, saying he's scared to step in the ring with a real boxer. Tyson's like, "You want to talk trash? Let's see you back it up." He's basically dared Paul to step up and prove himself, but so far, it seems like Paul's playing it safe. Tyson's even dissed Paul's boxing skills, saying he's got all the fundamentals of a 5-year-old. Damn, that's cold. It's like Tyson is saying, I built this sport, I know what real boxing is, and you, young buck, are just a flash in the pan. He's demanding respect from the younger generation, saying they need to pay their dues and earn their stripes. Tyson's not playing games, he's here to set the record straight and put these new age boxers in their place. Unless you've been out of the loop, I'm sure you know that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson were originally supposed to step into the ring on July 20th, 2024. Yeah, all the verbal jabs and tantrums were to hype this bout, but this matchup has hit a roadblock. Turns out Jake Paul has pulled the plug on this epic fight, and this news has rubbed boxing fans the wrong way. I mean, the Tyson vs. Paul fight was the hottest ticket in town. It had everyone buzzing with excitement. Social media was on fire, sports news was dominated by it, and even your grandma was talking about it. Bets were flying left and right, and everyone had a hot take on who was going to win. The world was divided into Team Tyson and Team Paul. It was like the Super Bowl, the World Cup, and the Oscars all rolled into one. But then, Jake Paul pulled the ultimate low blow by canceling the fight and throwing Mike's health under the bus. Can you believe the nerve of this guy?
Obviously, devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless, gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event, the whole undercard. Opportunity has been ripped from all of us, but I do value Mike's health first and foremost. Love that guy, I have so much respect for him, and I want Mike to be healthy. And he says he still is going to knock me out, and I bought myself some time. So Mike is still talking shit over there. But Mike, if you want to do this, like you said, behind closed doors, behind the scenes, you've said you want to do this in Q4. You just need a little bit of time. So I'm ready whenever you are. This is too big of an opportunity. I think this fight's going to change the world, and I turn all my L's into W's. That's a motto I live by, and the universe makes no mistakes. So let's see what's in store. But sorry this didn't work out. To everyone, the fans, love you guys.
Jake blamed it on Mike Tyson's health, saying the Iron Man was too sick to fight. But let's be honest, that's a load of bull. So here's the lowdown. Mike Tyson was cruising at 30,000 feet, minding his own business on a cross-country flight from Miami to Los Angeles when his body decided to throw him a curveball. An ulcer flare-up hit him hard, and let's just say, it wasn't a pretty sight. But don't worry, because you know this guy, Iron Mike, is tough as nails. He assured fans he was okay and would be ready to rumble with Jake Paul. Classic Tyson, right? But it seems Jake saw this as his golden ticket out. With Tyson sidelined, even if briefly, Paul jumped at the chance to postpone the fight, using the health scare as a convenient excuse. It's looking more and more like Jake realized he was in over his head and needed some extra time to prepare, or maybe he was just plain scared. Now, Mike Tyson is in better shape than most guys half his age. The dude is a machine. He's been training like a madman, eating clean, and his power is still there.
Day 2, we're getting ready for you. One, two, three, four.
Just when we thought we'd finally see the showdown between him and Mike Tyson, he pulls a switcheroo. Instead of facing the legendary boxer, he's opted for a matchup with Mike Perry on July 20th, 2024.
Yeah, the news is true, folks. I, Jake Paul, will be fighting Mike Perry, Tampa, Florida.
Now, Perry's no slouch. Yeah, Mike Perry is no walk in the park. Perry's a UFC veteran with a reputation for being a wild and unpredictable fighter. He's got knockout power in both hands and a chin made of iron. After retiring from the UFC, Platinum Perry decided to test his waters in the bare-knuckle fighting championship, and turns it out he's a total beast. You heard that right. Mike has knocked out the biggest names in the promotion like it was child's play. But here's the thing. While Perry's a tough dude who can take a punch, boxing is a different animal. He's not Mike Tyson or anywhere near. This move reeks of strategic gameplay. Let's be honest, while Perry poses a real challenge in the ring, he's nowhere near the level of a boxing icon like Tyson. It's like Jake's found a way to stay in the spotlight without risking too much. It's a calculated move to keep his momentum going while avoiding a potentially career-defining fight. This whole situation has left fans scratching their heads and wondering if we'll ever actually see Jake Paul step into the ring with a true boxing legend. But here's the thing. You don't mess with Mike Tyson because he fired back, and he fires back hard. I bet you weren't ready for this, Jakey. This has put Jake Paul in a corner. He can either face the music and step into the ring with Iron Mike, or he can lose a fortune and become the biggest joke in boxing history. The world is watching, Jake. There's no hiding now. The problem child is in full-on panic mode. Tyson's $300 million lawsuit threat has sent shockwaves throughout his camp. The once confident social media star is now scrambling to save face. Remember when Jake was all, "I'm the future of boxing, I'm gonna knock out everyone"? Well, that guy seems to have vanished. Now it's all, "Oh, I'm so worried about Mike's health, I just want him to be okay. Give me a break." It's like watching a kid who's been caught red-handed. He's gone from trash-talking Tyson to pleading for his health. It's a pathetic attempt to shift the blame. We all saw how hyped Jake was for this fight. He was calling Tyson everything under the sun, but now he's acting like the concerned little brother. The truth is, he's terrified of stepping into the ring with a real legend. The more he tries to wriggle out of this situation, the deeper he digs himself a hole. Jake's trying to play the victim, but the internet isn't buying it. People are calling him out for his BS. It's like watching a slow-motion car crash. And to make matters worse, Tyson's camp is relentless. They're not letting up, and every day the pressure on Jake is increasing. It's a classic case of biting off more than you can chew. This whole drama is only fueling the fire for the Tyson versus Paul showdown. The back and forth between these two is creating a level of hype that's almost unreal. With every passing day, the anticipation for this fight is through the roof. Jake Paul has tried everything to avoid the inevitable, but there's no escaping the spotlight now. He's backed himself into a corner. The world is watching, and there's no turning back. The build-up to this fight is going to be legendary, filled with trash talk, mind games, and intense training montages. And when they finally step into the ring, It's going to be a spectacle like no other. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see how this one plays out. So, what are your thoughts on Mike Tyson ruining Jake Paul and Jake's tantrum? Make sure to fill the comment section with your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more boxing news. See you in the next video.